Most people will tell you that moving is overwhelming and stressful, but here's what they don't realize. I've seen moves that are completely chaotic, and then I've seen moves that felt surprisingly calm. And the difference is in these three secrets that only the pro movers know. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Sheila, and I've moved 10 times in 10 years. I've also helped hundreds of other people declutter, downsize, pack, and prepare for their own moves. Today I'm going to share with you three secrets that pro movers know that you need to know too. The first pro moving secret is to tighten the timeline, and that doesn't just mean to do everything faster. It also means to know what needs to be done when. For example, what needs to be done first? When you know that you're moving, where do you start? Some people just dive right in and they start packing and they make a big mess and it feels really chaotic. Here's what you do first. As soon as you know that you're moving, you circle that date on your calendar and you immediately start lining up help. That is step one. Before you do anything else, you have to make sure you have your help lined up. And this includes both professionals and volunteers. If you're hiring movers, you have to call them right away and get on their schedule. And here's a tip. When you are calling to line up movers, if you're using professionals, keep calling until you find someone who actually has room in their schedule for you. If they say, we're full, but we'll try to squeeze you in, that's not always the best idea, because sometimes if they're squeezing you in, it means that they are sending you their least experienced crew, or you might end up with a time slot that doesn't really work for you. So you want to keep calling until you find someone who can actually help you on the day at the time that you need. And then as for volunteers, friends, family, neighbors, people who are helping you with things like packing and loading and cleaning, you want to line up twice as many people as you think you're going to need. Always ask for twice as much help as you think you need. People forget, they get sick, things come up. Worst case scenario, you ask for twice as much help as you think you're going to need. Everyone shows up and it goes twice as fast and then everyone goes home happy. But believe me, the worst thing you can do is to not ask for enough help, because you don't want to be sitting there all by yourself on moving day trying to figure out how to get everything on the truck when you thought you had people coming to help and no one shows up. Another tip for getting help with your move is to make sure that when people are coming to help you on moving day, you are already packed before they get there. It's frustrating for them and it's stressful for you if they show up to help you load the truck and your stuff is not packed yet. So you want to make sure that it is packed before moving day. On moving day, ideally, what you are doing is getting stuff out of the house and getting it on the truck, not packing it. Now, I understand there are always going to be a few little last minute things here and there, but you want to keep that to a minimum by packing as much as possible as soon as possible, which leads me to secret number two. Secret number two of pro movers is to lighten the load. So you want to move as little stuff as possible. This is the great debate about moving, and I'm just going to settle the dilemma for you right here. People will sometimes say, should I declutter now, or should I move my stuff and then declutter when I get to the new place? The answer is always declutter before you move, as much as possible. Because why would you want to pack everything up, pay for extra boxes and supplies, extra space on the truck, extra labor to get that stuff on and off of the truck, then get it to your new place, then have to unpack it, touch it all again, and then declutter it? That makes no sense. So the best thing to do is to get rid of as much as possible before you move. What most people don't realize is that every extra box on that truck is going to cost you time, money, and energy. So the most efficient way and the way that is going to save you the most stress is to get rid of as much stuff as possible before the move. Now, that being said, it's not going to be perfect. When you get to the new place, you might find that there are still things to declutter, and that's totally fine. But when in doubt, leave it out. It's time to throw stuff away, sell stuff, donate it, whatever you have to do to lighten your load. It's going to make your move go so much better. And when it comes to lightening your load and clearing out the clutter, the best way to do that is to make those decisions before moving day, if at all possible, especially the big decisions like furniture, things that you might need to sell. You want to get all of that stuff done before the moving truck gets there. You don't want to be standing there trying to decide what's going on the truck and what's staying. Moving day is not the time to make those decisions. They need to be made before the truck arrives. It's going to save you so much stress. You don't want to be standing there arguing with your partner or with your family members about what to leave and what to take. If you make those decisions ahead of time, everything will go so much more smoothly. And if you need inspiration, I have tons of decluttering videos in my decluttering playlist, which I will leave in the description below for you to check out. The third secret of pro movers is that they pack with a plan, and that includes everything from packing boxes to loading the truck. So let me explain. The first thing is that you want to pack your boxes correctly. Most people don't even really know how to pack a moving box. So that's why I made a whole video literally called How to Pack a Moving Box. I will link it in the description below. But I had a professional mover comment on that video and he said, I've been a pro mover for 20 years and I wish that everyone who was moving would watch this video before they tried to pack their stuff. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to check it out. It's how to pack a moving box, and I will link it down below. And then once your boxes are packed, you're going to want to color code them. I have a whole color coding system that I teach in another video, how to color code your boxes. I will also link that one below. And by the way, I teach all of these tips in my Decluttered Move course. So if you just want all the information all in one place with a workbook and with all the links all in one spot, be sure to check out that course. In addition to packing boxes correctly, pro movers know how to prevent tiny setbacks before they even happen. So for example, when you're packing TVs and video consoles and computers, be sure to take a picture of the back of them before you take them apart. That way you know exactly where everything goes when you get to the new place, and you're not having to guess where all of those cords connect. If you're moving any liquids, be sure to take the lid off, put a piece of plastic wrap over the top, then replace the lid. That will reduce the chance of having it spill when you pack it, and that little bit of prevention will save you a ton of stress. When you are packing, make sure that you are using uniform, sturdy boxes. I had someone comment on one of my other YouTube videos, and she recommended getting boxes from places like Chick-fil-A. She said if you go in the morning and tell them that you're going to come after the lunch rush, ask them to save their boxes for you. I think she said the fry boxes are the ones that are really uniform size. They're very sturdy, they have handles, and they're excellent for packing. So there's just a tip for you from another viewer. If you're looking for some free boxes, maybe try a place like Chick-fil-A. If you've gotten any value out of this video so far, it would mean the world to me if you would hit that subscribe button so that I can reach more people and help more people. Thank you so much. Let's keep going. Here are some other ways that pros pack with a plan. They load the truck correctly. So they put the biggest items on the truck first, and then they fit the small stuff around it. They make sure that on moving day, there are no children or pets running around. So make sure that someone is taking care of the kids or the pets so that no one is injured and no one's in the way, and everything goes a lot faster on moving day. They also make sure that on the moving day there is a runner or a helper who can go and get things so that you don't have to leave your crew there, because the crew is going to need to have access to you, whether it's professionals or volunteers. They're going to need to ask you questions, so you don't want to have to go off and leave them there. It's better if you can stay there with your stuff and to talk to the movers, and then have someone else be your runner or your helper for the day. So maybe that's a friend or a family member, someone who can run to the store if you need something, or they can go pick up food, whatever needs to happen. But the movers are going to need to talk to you. They're going to need to ask you questions. And if they can't find you, it's frustrating for them, and it just slows the whole process down, and things might not get done the way that you want them done. So while moving can be super stressful and overwhelming, it doesn't have to be. If you want more ways to tighten the timeline, lighten the load, and pack with a plan, be sure to check out my Decluttered Move course, where I walk you through everything you need to know from start to finish to make your move go smoothly, so that you're moving with less clutter, less stress, and more peace. I will put the link down in the description below, as well as in a code here on the screen. And if you want to watch more moving videos, be sure to check out this one right here. I'll meet you there.